Australian fullback Greg Brentnell. There's the entire readout. Conlon and Anderson on the wings. Farrar, Peter Mortimer centres. Garry Hughes 5/8. Steve Mortimer half. Folkes, Lease, Langmack makes his first grade debut. Johnston hooking. Batterian spots with the props. Taylor, Hunt, Growth, Cronin, Lydiard, Kenny, Sterling, Breeze, not all that strong. Oh, it's a horror kick from Cronin. That's one of the worst kicks I think I've ever seen from Michael. Taking it out, Chris Anderson. Tackled by Peter Sterling. Played back and running with it is Andrew Farrar. Again taken by Sterling.
Of course, the big question mark of the game still rests with the Canterbury forwards. We saw them start off very, very poorly against the Canberra Raiders last Sunday. And, of course, they won't be able to get away with that with Parramatta today.
Blindside rush for the Bulldogs, and linking up is Chris Mortimer. A good run. Determination written across his face as he crosses the halfway. Played right on the halfway as it goes from Taylor to Bugden. Bugden stands, gets it off to Kenny. Kenny is able to pass it on the inside, finds Michael Cronin. Cronin gets rid of one, held in the second by Peter Mortimer and also Billy Johnston. Edge, decoy Bugden, up the centre Jerd. Oh, a big hit from Jerd. Player Billy Johnston went in high, paid the penalty, and came bouncing off like a rubber ball. Played by Stan Jerd. Paul Taylor to Peter Sterling. The midfield bomb is a horror from Sterling. Taken by Neil Hunt. Referee ruled that he was onside. Dummy to Sterling, gave it to Mayers. Mayers puts the big kick in. That'll go over the dead ball line. And it'll come out for a place kick at the centre of the... Three Parramatta tacklers going in avalanche fashion. Back for the kick to Chris Mortimer. His kick is getting over towards the touchline. A big bounce, a chance for Canterbury to come down with possession. Yes, a quick spin to the ball and they'll score. Peter Mortimer, hold it, it's been called back. Referees called it back. He's indicating a knock on. Scrum packing. 10 metres out from the Parramatta quarter. Won by Canterbury, out to Garry Hughes, Peter Mortimer, Chris Mortimer, overlap created, Andrew Farrar, chased by Brett Kenny, away from Kenny, Andrew Farrar, he'll score! Yes, Farrar's in to score! Well, what a strong performance by this youngster. Playing today his 33rd first grade game, Ross Conlon. Not getting much encouragement from those kids behind him. He's way out on the touchline. It's got plenty of height and distance and direction. Great kick by Conlon. From the sideline, Canterbury 6. Taken by Sterling. 3 forwards one way, 3 another. Growth up the middle of them. Growth it is who's tackled. 8 metres away from Canterbury's line. Can Parramatta strike back? It's back with Peter Sterling. Sterling! Oh, he's only 2 metres from the line. Sterling plays it back to Edge. Edge dummies, picks up Bugden. Bugden is held. 4 Canterbury defenders. Bugden plays it to Stan Jerd. Pass to Paul Taylor. Up goes the bomb. It's high. Lydiard through. Oh, this is a beautiful bounce for Parramatta's Brett Kenny. Kenny has scored. Referee gives the try. What an awful bounce it was for Canterbury.
They were starting to come through. Canterbury looking very, very dangerous out wide.
Steve Mortimer. Chris Anderson. Picked up by Sterling, given to Taylor. Back to Sterling. Sterling gets a pass to Growth. The big man, beautifully taken by Peter Mortimer.
Well, if you're going to play Parramatta, of course you do have to play them out wide, both blind and open, because they do make that first up tackle near the ruck so well. They've got 2 and 3 defenders into every man that hits the ball up close to the ruck, so you've got to get the ball out wide.
That's Edge. Players on the halfway for Stephen Sharp to go to dummy half. 8 minutes from the break. Jerd.
It's marvellous how quick time goes when it's such an exciting game, right?
True. Paul Taylor gets the kick in. That should find touch. Stopping very quickly, though. Conlon will reach it. Conlon in possession for Canterbury. Taken over the top by Growth. Steve Mortimer. Solo performance. Lost it. Price comes up with it. They'll spin it quick, Parramatta. Jerd, Kenny, Kenny to Cronin. There's a try coming, I think. Lydiard, chased by Stephen Folkes, and Folkes has cut him down. Great tackle by Folkes.
Well, Parramatta are an extremely dangerous team in broken play. We saw
Held by 3 Parramatta forwards. Folkes, Bateri, Farrar. Favour of Canterbury. Cronin dummied to Growth and went through a gap and passes to Bugden. It's gone to Jerd. Jerd turns, comes back into the centre of the ground. He's up to halfway, Stan Jerd. Backing up Paul Mayers. Lydiard's trying to position himself. Mayers gave it back to Taylor. Now it's to Bugden. Now to Growth. Now to Price. Hunter's coming up to link up with him, and oh, Hunter's put it down. What a magnificent piece of rugby league. Supporting the ball carrier by Parramatta. Folks, been nothing between these two sides for a number of years. Hughes. Langmack. Peter Mortimer says to go back inside. Mortimer supports him. Oh, the youngsters finished up making a mess of it. Well, it seemed like an age where he had 2 experienced players running. Now it's with Sharp. Cronin. Back into the middle of the ruck.
And that shows the strength of the Canterbury defence, the number of times that they've forced Parramatta to take that ball back inside up the middle.
Jerd to Sterling. Sterling to Mayers. Mayers to Kenny. Kenny to Price. He's put it down. Mortimer's got it for Canterbury. Steve Mortimer to play it.
Canterbury a little bit lucky to get away with it on that.
Gibson would have asked his staff for a bus man, and that's the man they've come up with, Mansfield. Are you sending defence men on at this stage of the proceedings? Hunt working the run around with Kenny. Dummy half Brett Kenny. Off he goes. Stepping and swerving and throwing the pass. It's gone to ground. Picked up by Lydiard. Given to Eric Growth. And Growth is tackled and put into touch. 8 metres out from the Canterbury line. There it is. It's over. Canterbury have knocked over Parramatta. Canterbury Bankstown defeating the defending champions for the 2nd time in as many meetings this year. 12 points to 8 to Canterbury. Farrar, a magnificent try in the opening minutes. Conlon, a great contribution. 4 goals, and Parramatta try to Brett Kenny. Cronin 2 goals. One of rugby league's biggest and best days in 1983, if not its biggest.
An unbelievable effort by the Bulldogs. Mate, unbelievable effort by the Bulldogs, but I think all praise must go to the forwards. All we had to do was match them in the forwards, which we did do, and come up trumps.
Greg Brentnell back on deck in seconds today. His form was good, but that fullback spot, you're surely not going to let it go very easily.
Mate, heaps. Oh, great. I'm enjoying the fullback role. You can do a lot more from fullback. You see a lot more from fullback. It is comforting knowing you got Greg Brentnell back there, but I tell you what, he's not going to get any chance to get that spot back.
Well, Canterbury underlined again that it's not just a 2-horse race for the Winfield Cup.
No, mate, we were in it all the way. You know, these critics saying that our forwards aren't big enough. All you had to do was watch today's game. I think that shut everyone up.